Is Canada on the hook for America's migrants? Remember the migrant train that was coming in? We were covering on Mike in the Night day by day, hour by hour, on what was happening with this massive migrant train when uh, Joe Biden took the selection, was selected to become the president of the United States of America. Remember that, folks? Remember we had someone on the southern Mexican border that was on video with us live on Mike in the Night that was giving pamphlets out to people coming in. Migrants were coming into the southern Mexican border that were waiting for the Biden selection to take place. They were giving pamphlets in Mexico. Remember that? The pamphlets were showing people how to get through Mexico and into the United States quicker. And if they spent 60 or 90 days in Mexico, they would be deported back to their country of origin on their country's dime. Okay, well, the migrant train came through, everything came through. A majority of the migrants were from Haiti and other various countries from around the world, but there was a huge Haitian migrant invasion. And this happened again during the Biden selection. Now, Donald Trump wants to deport these illegals because they're illegal. Watch my video on how I failed to become an American citizen. I had to make sure I had 32,000, I think it's 31 or 32,000 American in a bank account. I wasn't stealing an American's job and I ran ads. I had to make sure I had a place in my name, which I did. I had to make sure I had all these things in order, police background checks, health inspection, the whole 9 yards. And when I went into the immigration office, you guys could look this up if you have access to immigration files. Look me up, Mike Martins, and you'll see from Merritt, BC, you'll see what happened. So I went in. The lady was astonished. Oh my God, he's got all this stuff. What do we do? She went in the back office. She asked for my passport. She went in the back office. She came back. She's like, well, you got 30 days to leave the country. We just didn't expect you to complete this. Look it up if you work for immigration. You'll see what I'm talking about. You'd be like, wow. So America can be tough as nails when it comes to removing people from their country. So anyways, the best thing about being on social media all these years is we could connect the dots of what we said before and how things are accumulating. So when people say, oh, you keep having to confirm yourself, Mike, you always have to keep, making people think that you said, no, we're connecting the dots so you guys could see the buildup. There's a lot of post-COVID channels. Heck, I found a channel that's 10 months old that has 250,000 subscribers. That's basically talk about what we've been talking about for like 15 years. But that's controlled information distribution. That's for another video. Let's take a look at what's going on here. So I posted this yesterday on our channel community section there on YouTube. What is going on? I'm so disgusted. Humanity just took 10 steps back. Iraq to lower the age of consent for girls to just 9 years old to allow men to marry young kids. This now legalizes right there. And let's move on. We were telling you stabbings and knife violence set to skyrocket in Canada, Australia, New Zealand. Let's look at the data. Stabbings going up in Australia, Canada. Well, there's the data right there of an older video we made. There it is in the thousands, so 45,000 stabbings. This is in the UK, and usually what happens in Europe usually follows through into North America a couple of years later. And machete crimes going up in Canada. Look out for Trump deportation of migrants to flee to Canada 2025. So we're seeing a big uptick in violence here already from migrants, or they're not illegals because they're allowed to be in Canada, right? So they're not illegals in Canada because they're allowed to be here, unless they're Portuguese. And U.S.-born population approaches 50 million under Joe Biden. Canada is worse with birth tourism from China. That's birth tourism from China, folks. So there it is right there. Foreign-born population. We're covering this a few years back. And we were even covering this in Australia was having issues. When was this? This was August 15, 2018. Immigration censored Australia. Australia senators called for final solution to immigration problem. So these countries were already having major immigration problems across the Commonwealth. And what was this? Australia migrant issue on the table. Massive destruction by 2025. And we even made a song about it for you guys. Let me just crank up the volume. We even made a song about this. Canadian immigration, bringing in more people to Canada, is gonna be America's problem. So I was telling you guys, wake up America. Canada, immigration and migrants is a major security problem, not Iraq. We've been saying that for years now. And let's move on. Now, the number one question I'm being asked, are all these migrants coming to Canada? Not all. We already made a video discussing that Christian Catholic migrants from the United States will have a really tough time coming into Canada. Even though Canada and America was founded on Christian values and the Ten Commandments and brought over the infrastructure and the running water and the electricity from Europe, they basically brought this technology over and sanitation, right? So when people complain about white man destroyed us, well, white man brought over sanitation so you're not dying at 20, right? So this is the biggest question I'm being asked. Canadian minister says not everyone is welcome amid the Trump migration threat. So, migrant threat, well, there it is. And when was this published? This was published, I think, it's a couple of days ago. I think this was published. And here's the problem. When they say not everyone is welcome, it's just the Christians they don't want. And we said it right here, northbound migrants. And in that video, I'm explaining that it will Canada take migrants from America if deportation kicks off in 2025. There it is right there. There's the video right there if you want to watch it. And we left a playbook for Americans on how to deport illegals or migrants or people they don't like. So tips on deporting illegals. We go into holding all the children back that look illegal or that look just like they did to the Portuguese kids back at Archbishop Romero Catholic Secondary School. We discussed that in here. Massive deportation of Portuguese from Canada. Indian war on Canadian soil. How to deport half your country next week. I tried to be American and I failed. So this one explains the blanketed laws that could be put across. And this one is about Portuguese families, entire families being deported with children being born in Canada. These migrants raced to get these children born in Canada or in America so they could get citizenship or status. Canada's deported scores of Portuguese with entire families. There's videos up. Watch this one here. And this one right here. Indian war on Canadian soil. How to deport half your country next week. In a week. Watch that one. That explains the deportation of families and the ripping apart of families and jobs that got fired from being Portuguese. So it's an entire blueprint for America. Follow those videos and you'll see all you have to do is say, we took a page out of Canada's deportation playbook. We're on. We're good to go. We are ready to rock and roll. And if you think I'm kidding, there it is right there. Immigration lawyer surprised that CBSA is moving ahead with removal during the you-know-what. There it is right there. Portuguese family being removed from Canada during the you-know-what in 2021 right there. Look at it at the height. The height! They're getting removed. Oh, yeah, because you had an election in Canada. You had the selection. You had the snap election, we told you. We told you they were going to call a snap election in Canada and Trudeau was going to win. You don't believe me? And here it is right here. The Liberal government will call a snap election and win. It's all fixed, rig elections worldwide. And this was during the height of the you-know-what. And, yeah, a lot of people were even calling my store. They're not going to call an election during the height of the you-know-what. They can't do that. I'm unsubscribing to you. They did, and they won. They didn't win a majority, but they still won. So this is very, very, very important. And a lot of this information we're talking about, we are hidden on a platform called Rumble, because we're not welcome. Well, we're not even. Anyways, so we are a hidden platform. We are hard to find. You want to follow our show? There's Mike of the Night, episode 579. I think this is season 29. We're in right now, season 29. So there's 580 that's coming this Saturday. And mikeofthenight.org, if it still works, it takes you to the playlist of episodes of Mike in the Night, listening to our callers from all over the world, discussion pieces, what is happening, how it's affecting you. All of this stuff has been covered for a majority of these influencers that mysteriously showed up after COVID to tell you what you already know. Oh, but my guy I'm following, Mike, has been on YouTube for 10 years. So I've had those challenges. I go to their channel. Okay, let's check this guy out. Maybe bring him on Mike in the Night. He's talking about tools. He's talking about farming. He's talking about, they're talking about auto repair. They're talking about everything. Then 2020 hits and 2021. All of a sudden, they're telling you what you already know. And that's the thing. And that's why we go back on our videos to show you guys. This is what we said here, and this is how we said it. This is what we... I don't delete anything. If it gets deleted, it gets taken down for medical misinformation. Anyways, guys, I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Migrant issue for Canada. Would Canada let in all migrants, or are they going to specifically segregate the Christians away and send them back to their country, and then bring in the non-Christians, because they're going to want to impose Sharia law. That's another videos we made back in 2018. So that's what's happening, folks. America, playlist there. Do to the migrants what the Canadians did to the Portuguese. Playbook is there. Everything is there in line. I do have links to the articles that were taken down. I do own links. I have them all saved. The link from the Toronto Star, the Sunday Sun, all these links, I still have them. It says Portuguese deportation, purging of families, Portuguese getting raided, blah, blah, blah. I still have the links, but the links go to the website of the news site. But it says, oops, this has been taken down. Oops, this has been taken down. It's not the link is broken. It goes to the website of the news source, but it was taken down. After Trudeau bailed out the mainstream media here in Canada, all the articles about Portuguese deportation have been removed. We have one here that's still from 2006 when the Conservative Party took office. We still have that one, and we read it to you guys. Watch that one, Canada, Indian War on Canadian soil or whatever. Watch that video. We go over that article head to toe so you guys could see exactly what is happening, and that America does have a playbook they could go by to deport all these people next week. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Mike Martin's here. I have spoken.